No teaser campaign, just a quiet decision that could upend everything we thought we knew about the future of performance. If you think the EV race
and spend more time running Tesla. Remember, his work at the Department of Government Efficiency has been one of the most controversial aspects of the Trump presidency.
Elon Musk crying and quitting on live TV? That's what the internet's saying, but what actually happened has everyone talking. Did a tiny Swedish car company just shake up the entire auto industry? What if electric cars aren't the only future after all? Could this be the start of something way bigger than anyone expected? Let's break it down. Alright, let's talk real for a second. Everyone thought electric cars were going to change everything, right? Tesla came in swinging, promising fast, clean, silent cars that would save the planet and make gas stations look like relics. The Roadster made EVs cool, the Model S made them crazy fast, the Model 3 brought the price down, and then the Cybertruck? You couldn't open your phone without seeing that thing. Government started lining up behind the idea too. Europe wants gas cars gone by 2035, California's making its own rules, and China's tossing big money at EV makers. Car brands from GM to Mercedes all promised to go electric soon. It felt like gas cars were finished. But here's the catch. Things didn't quite go as planned. People still worry about how far an EV can go on warm charge, especially in cold weather. Yeah, some cars claim 400 miles, but in real life with the heat or AC running, you might not even get 250. And charging? Even the so-called fast chargers take at least 20 minutes, if you're lucky enough to find one that's working. The batteries themselves are a problem too. Mining the stuff needed for them, like lithium and cobalt, is super damaging to the environment, and in some places, it's done in awful conditions. Plus, EVs are heavier than gas cars, which means they wear out tires and roads faster, and recycling those big batteries? Still a nightmare. Then there's the driving experience. EVs are super quick, but they all kind of feel the same. Silent, smooth, and full of screens. Car lovers are starting to ask, where's the fun? Where's the noise, the excitement? Even the fancy ones like the Porsche Taycan are just super fast gadgets. It's like we have turned cars into phones. Now, here's where it gets wild. Out of nowhere, a small company from Sweden just shook the whole car industry. Heard of Koenigsegg? Probably not unless you're deep into cars. They don't make family SUVs or ads during the Super Bowl. They build insane supercars that break records. And now, they've done something crazy. In 2025, they updated one of their cars, the Chimera, and gave it 2 new things that left engineers stunned and rumors flying about Elon Musk being seriously upset. First up, they built an electric motor so powerful and so light, people couldn't believe it. It's called dark matter, and it weighs less than most people's backpacks. But it cranks out more power than most sports cars. Koenigsegg's founder literally held it in his arms like a baby during the reveal, and the internet went nuts. It works differently than anything Tesla uses. No fancy dual-motor setups, no complex software to balance power, just one motor, 6 phases, and a design that keeps it cool and consistent. It's fast, small, and super efficient. And that's not all, they didn't ditch gas completely, they added a new type of engine that runs on eco-friendly fuel and is cleaner than some hybrids. Put these together, and the Chimera now has over 2,300 horsepower. That's enough to blow past a Bugatti, and it's a 4-seater. You can drop your kids at school in this thing and still beat any supercar in the highway. So here's where things get even crazier. Koenigsegg didn't just drop a powerful electric motor, they also built a brand new V8 engine that runs on something called synthetic fuel. And no, this isn't some recycled old gas engine, it's a completely fresh design that works with Clean A fuel, made by combining captured carbon dioxide with hydrogen. That means it burns fuel without adding extra carbon dioxide to the air, and Porsche has been testing this idea, but Koenigsegg went all in. Their engine was made from the ground up to work perfectly with this cleaner fuel. And it's no slouch, it produces 1,500 horsepower all on its own. But here's the real kicker. They paired that engine with their new electric motor, and together, they make a car that hits a jaw-dropping 2,300 horsepower. That's in a 4-seat car with actual trunk space and cup holders. It goes insanely fast, but still feels like a real car, not a science experiment. And unlike EVs, it doesn't need a massive battery pack, long charging stops, or lithium pulled out of the ground. People online are losing it. One post said Koenigsegg just flipped the whole car industry upside down. What's even more wild? They didn't do a flashy launch or hire influencers to show it off, they just updated the car's specs quietly, and the internet exploded. Now everyone's looking at Tesla. Elon Musk has bet everything on big batteries, and those batteries aren't light or cheap. The Model S, for example, carries hundreds of kilos of battery weight. That affects cost, efficiency, and even the environment. Meanwhile, Koenigsegg's setup is lighter, faster, and cleaner, and their way of doing things is totally different. They don't rely on suppliers or wait around for parts. Everything from carbon body panels to titanium components is built in-house. Even their gear system, the one that skips a traditional transmission, is their own invention. While most car makers are focused on mass production, Koenigsegg is focused on making every part smarter and better. And let's talk about their free valve system. It replaces old-school camshafts with software-controlled valves. That means the engine can stitch between fuel-saving and full power modes instantly. Most big car companies haven't even figured that out yet. It's this kind of thinking that has engineers everywhere asking, why didn't we try this? With car companies investing billions into big battery EVs, switching to something like Koenigsegg's hybrid setup would take serious effort and serious money. But people are starting to want more than just a fast acceleration. They want fun, emotion, and sound. They want something that feels alive. Did Elon Musk actually cry and quit? Probably not, but the internet sure had fun running with that story. What is true though is that Tesla's feeling the heat. After Koenigsegg quietly dropped their updated Gemera details, Tesla's stock slipped around 3% according to Bloomberg. That might not sound huge, but for a company like Tesla, it definitely raised eyebrows. Investors are starting to ask some tough questions. Like, what happens if e-fuels or lightweight hybrids start catching on and Tesla's stuck with massive battery production lines? Now, let's be clear, Koenigsegg isn't trying to compete with Tesla in terms of numbers. They're only going to make about 100 of these Gemeras a year. But the tech behind it, that could start a chain reaction. People are already buzzing about what brands like Ferrari or Porsche might do next. Could Elon try to buy Koenigsegg's tech, partner with someone in the e-fuel game, or will he just keep posting cryptic things on X while trying to shift the spotlight? One post even joked, he's not bowling, but he's not getting much sleep. What's happening now isn't the end of electric cars, it's the end of the only electric mindset. For years, the message was simple. Battery's good, engine's bad, and quite was cool. Koenigsegg just flipped that whole idea. They proved you can build something powerful, exciting, and still clean without dragging around half a ton of battery cells. It's making people rethink what green driving could actually look like. Tesla's still a big player, no doubt, but even big names can hit a wall if they don't adapt. Musk is at a crossroads. Does he stay all in on battery tech or start exploring other options? Meanwhile, this tiny Swedish team is shaking things up in a big way, showing the world that great ideas don't need a massive budget. They just need bold thinking. So now the big question is, will the rest of the industry wake up before it's too late? What are your views on this? Do let us know about your views in the comment section below, and for more such amazing videos, do subscribe to our channel.